Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock, and today we're going to be playing How to Break Up with Your Yandere Boyfriend, a visual novel, I want to say otome game, but we're trying to break up, so I guess it's not really like that, is it? Type your username. This time we'll go with chat, because I'm not feeling like being the protagonist, so chat, it's all you. Oh, the voices are talking. Hey, chat. The sound of your name jolts you back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. You blink, realizing you've been staring blankly at your open computer screen for who knows how long, doing absolutely nothing. Is the music too loud? Let me know, okay? Your gaze drifts to the clock on the wall, clock reference, still office hours, before shifting to the person who calls your name. It's your coworker, the one you've been working closely with for a while now. Unlike the person she replaced, the two of you get along surprisingly well. Alright, I'll lower it a little bit. There you go. For a moment, you just stare blankly at the files she's extended towards you. They need some last-minute changes before sending them to the client. Something about increasing the font size by a point. She mimics your boss's mannerisms perfectly, coaxing a faint smile from you. As you take the files, your fingers instinctively return to the keyboard, tapping away at the same monotonous rhythm as always. Still haven't talked to him, have you? A few people pass by your desk, arguing loudly, but you keep your eyes fixed on the screen and mutter. Not yet. How much longer are you going to delay this? It won't change anything. I know. Your coworker takes a sip from her mug without lifting her hands from the keyboard, then grimaces. Thanks to your boss dragging out the meeting, the coffee's gone ice cold. Nice, I love iced coffee. You can't keep doing this. Weren't you dead set on telling him last night? You roll your eyes dramatically and exhale, knowing full well she won't see it. I tried, but in the middle of our video call, his dog suddenly started throwing up. How was I supposed to drop a breakup on him like that? I'm not that heartless. Was it serious? You try to recall the last message your boyfriend sent you this morning. By the way, this is not me typing my keys on the keyboard right now. It's the same sound, but no, it's not. It's the game. I think she swallowed something or had an allergic reaction. Either way, I'm sure she's fine now. Soren took her to the vet this morning. Perfect opportunity. Call him somewhere after work and talk. What if his dog is dead? But Soren would never leave his dog alone like that. He's crazy attached to her. Hey, Clock, I just wanted to tell you my baby brother is throwing it back to you. How about you throw your baby brother in the dumpster? What the hell? Dude, nah, that's defective. Throw it in the dumpster. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. That's trash. It'll only take half an hour. No way. How am I supposed to explain why I'm breaking up with him in half an hour? Impossible. People break up with a single text these days. That's way too harsh. Besides, he'd never accept it. Yeah, don't break up with people for a single text, chat. And also, don't throw it back to me. Hey, yo. Your coworker suddenly stops typing and turns to you, confused. You don't need him to accept it. Just tell him you don't feel the same anymore. Unless that's not actually the case. Your fingers freeze mid-type. Of course it is. Alright, don't get mad, but if you're so sure about breaking up, why keep delaying it? You swallow hard before answering, as if you've been asking yourself the same thing. Of course, this isn't the kind of question you can resolve in the middle of a workday, mid-conversation with a coworker. Ugh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as good at breaking hearts as you are. See, more excuses. Maybe you should reconsider. You might regret it later. No, I have to end it. Like I said, my feelings changed. I know how good he is to me, how devoted he is, but I can't return it. Lately, I've been thinking about my ex. You know, the one who cheated on me? Oh, nah, I'm just joking. I'm sure the ex is a good guy. Defensive now, your voice rises slightly. Not that I want him back, it's just... things were so different with him. Maybe Soren and I just aren't right for each other. Things were so different with your ex-boyfriend. Because he's your ex-boyfriend. What? What am I reading right now? To your surprise, your coworker nods. That's fair. I'm sure he'll be happier with someone else too. Wow! You're right. I'll tell him today. This time, I mean it. Just then, the files in your desk tremble slightly, startling you. Hey, yo! Who are these two handsome men that remind me of a game from the same developer? It takes you a second to realize it's just your phone vibrating in your ass beneath them, but the moment you see his name flashing on the screen, an odd tension coils in your chest. Your eyes dart to your coworkers. It's him. Unlike you, she looks almost excited, nudging you towards the phone. Perfect timing. Check what he wrote. Whose printout is this? It got mixed with mine! Someone's grumbling by the printer, and your coworker jumps up in a hurry. Left alone, you hesitate. A part of you dreads whatever new complication this message might bring, something that could unravel your resolve. Your finger hovers before finally tapping the screen. You exhale sharply, leaning back in your chair and closing your eyes. Waiting for test results, but they said she ate something she shouldn't have. Yo, honestly though, if I told my girlfriend that my dog was sick and basically, like, gonna die, and she responded with 5 not even crying, like, weird eye emojis, I'd break up with her, like, right there. She does not get one single F, bro. Like, break up with her, dude. Hey, love. We finished early at the vet, so I went shopping. Got those ribs you love. Cooking a special dinner tonight. Just the two of us. What do you say? Brother, dump her ass. I'm kidding. Your coworker rushes back, papers in hand. What did he say? Excuse me? Ginger's all over the animals. When we have our cats together, we love our cats so much. Anybody who's not a fan of my pet is not for me, okay? You glance around the office, making sure no one's paying attention, then show her the message. This is great. All you have to do is go, then explain things as kindly as possible. From what I remember at the company dinner, Soren seemed like a very reasonable, kind guy. You'll end things clean. No drama. Oh, wait. You have no doubt Soren is reasonable, level-headed even, and yet the thought of having that conversation stirs an inexplicable unease in you. You can't explain why. Soren's the definition of ordinary. Dog, remote job, weekend split between bad movies and you. No surprises, no drama, just life. I mean, this sounds good. This sounds like a stable relationship. Well, I guess the fact that she called him a dog is not good, is it? Just break up, bro. Painfully ordinary. Yeah, she's not for you, man. You're gonna have to cheat on her if you want her to stay. Maybe that's part of why you want to leave. Compared to your ex, no, you can't make that comparison yet. Not until this is over. With a quick tap of the keyboard, you reply, "Of course, I'll be there." The rest of the workday passes in a hectic blur, yet somehow faster than you expected. I love soba and udon. Cold soba is my fave. Why do you want my cat to be cold, bro? Why is my cold cat your fave? What? What the hell? Seems like chat just loves a toxic relationship. I know chat wants a toxic relationship. Chat wants a man to stab them in the heart and then cheat on them in front of them. By the time you're packing up and chatting with coworkers on your way out, you realize you're in the best mood you've been in for days. Your coworker flashes you a knowing smile before parting ways. Don't forget to text me updates. I'll be waiting. But the moment dinner crosses your mind, all your anxieties come crashing back down like a weight on your shoulders. You freeze mid-sidewalk, earning a few annoyed bumps from passersby. She's toxic. Hey, nothing wrong with that, by the way. That, you know, you will find the person for you, you know? You will find the person for you. Everyone needs... I'm making fun of this character because it's chat, and I love making fun of chat. But, you know, do you. If you don't like what you're dealing with, like, that's fine. Personally, boring, cozy, comfortable, loyal, I like these things. And I feel like everyone will eventually learn to like these things at some point in their life, but they will always end that way. Oh, right. See you. Since you need to stop by your place first, you hurry into the crowded metro and pull out your phone only to find bad news waiting. No, Soren hasn't canceled. Worse, you completely forgot to pick up your dress from the dry cleaners for your best friend's birthday party tomorrow. We noticed you haven't picked up your dress yet. It's freshly cleaned and waiting for you at Suds and Suds. Don't forget to stop by during our hours, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Your stomach drops as you reread the reminder text, double-checking the shop's address and hours. The dry cleaner is in the exact opposite direction of Soren's place. If you go now, you'll definitely be late for dinner. Your other option, skip the party entirely. Tomorrow's big client meeting, your boss won't give you even an hour's break. You can't exactly show up to your friend's fancy venue in some random outfit. Let's go to the dry cleaners, boys. Yeah, let's swing. Fuck that guy. We're breaking up with him, dude. Swing by the dry cleaners. Oh, it went down. Are we gonna break up with him? Yeah, let's break up with him, chat. The weight of the impending conversation with Soren already presses down on you, but right now, more than anything, you need this. An evening with friends. A chance to breathe. You owe yourself that small mercy. Besides, Mia isn't just any friend. She's your childhood confidant. You could never abandon her on her birthday. Okay, where was this a second ago? I would have never I would have been late every time, man. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy I'm breaking up with. What the hell? My childhood best friend, and you're gonna... Wait, you were gonna not show up nice? What the hell? Yo, Ren, thank you for the sub, by the way. Much appreciated. 5 months. Huge. Thank you so much. You hop off the metro and power walk to the dry cleaners, arriving just before closing time. As you clutch the freshly cleaned dress and step back onto the street, a wave of relief washes over you. Tomorrow's party will be perfect. You'll laugh, you'll forget, you'll live. But then it hits you. You need to text Soren. You didn't tell him you're gonna be late? Red flag. A pang of guilt stabs your chest as you hit send. You should explain, but how? Running a bit late, something urgent came up after work. Why would you lie? I mean, I guess it's urgent, but still. He doesn't even know about the party or the breakup, and now is definitely not the time. His reply pings instantly. No worries, babe. Dude, all I see are green flags from him and red flags from her. This is This is great. Don't rush. Be careful. I can come pick you up if you like. Oh my god, dude. Stop with the green flags. The message conjures a memory. Your last night out together. Rushing downstairs in heels, one snapping mid-step. Nearly tumbled head first. If he hadn't caught you, you'd buried that humiliating moment. Yet he remembers. Thanks, but no need. I'll keep you posted. I feel bad for Soren. Don't. He's dodging a bullet. What the hell? You rush home, shower in a haze, and throw on something comfortable before sliding into the waiting Uber. Of course, you don't forget to text Soren. On my way now. Damn, dude. I know. The word we sends an involuntary ripple of unease through you until you remember, right, just him and his dog, like always. Great, babe. We're waiting for you. And the fact that chat says they don't like the dog? Nah, it's over. It's Jober, man. It's good for him, man. Good for him. Move on, brother. Find a girl that will like you and your dog, okay? Tonight, you won't tolerate any distractions. No excuses. No turning back. Yeah, you're fucked up, chat. Since Soren's place is quite far from the city center, you have plenty of time during the journey, and the question that has been weighing on your mind for days resurfaces once again. In the full game, they said you can get with the... Alright, everybody, we're gonna wrap this up. I hope everyone had a fun time today. I got some very unfortunate news. I think I'm going to be ending it here. And, yeah, thank you very much. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck? You're disgusting. I mean, what? Nah, that better be an April Fool's joke. That better be a lie, man. I do not... What the fuck is wrong with white women, man? Sorry, we're gonna play the game. Sorry, I forgot. This is a horror game. I forgot. Is breaking up with him truly the right decision? If you were to bypass your indecisive reasoning and instead trust your feelings, just as you intend to tonight, you'd find your answer crystal clear. You no longer want to continue this relationship. There's something wrong here. Something that simply feels wrong to you. Just then, your phone buzzes with a notification, pulling you from your thoughts. Assuming it's a message from your boyfriend, you reach for your phone, but the name that flashes across the screen makes your heart involuntarily quicken its pace. Lars. Lars. What a name, bro. Oh, your ex-boyfriend. Okay, well, now I know why she wants the ex-boyfriend back. Okay. Or rather, the ex-boyfriend who's been creeping into your thoughts more and more often lately. Dude, just dump him. Just dump Soren, man. Let him live his life. Stop trapping him! As you read the message, an inexplicable thrill rises within you. Hey, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Sorry if I'm bothering you. I just wanted to know if you're coming to the party tomorrow. Knowing Lars' fondness for crowded, lively gatherings and the fact that he shares mutual friends with Mia, whose birthday is tomorrow, you're certain he'll be there. But what puzzles you is why, after all these months of silence, his first message is about this? You have no idea. Should you respond? Soren wants to be with the dog anyways? I'm sure he does! It's his dog! Why would he not want his dog with him? What? What kind of word statement is that? What, do you think he's a bad dog owner? Your fingers hesitate over the screen, your inner voice whispering that it would be a mistake. Yet another part of you burns to know, has he really moved on? And aches to answer him. Alright, well, chat, what do you... I'm gonna let chat make this decision. Chat, do you want to text Lars or not? Come on. Come on, chat, tell me now. Do you want to text him? I know you do. Don't lie. No. Belina? No. Ronan? No. We texted... we texted Lars. Text him! Okay. I need someone to break the tie. Come on. Don't text him. That's one tiebreaker. Anybody else? Because we're going with don't text him right now. That's going to be the final answer. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, Cat broke it too. Don't text him. We'll come back to that. KPZ, don't go back and forth. You slip your phone back into your pocket and turn to look out the window. Like, you can't even be good to your now mans. Why would you text your ex? Right now, you have neither the time nor the energy to respond to that message or to dwell on what might be going through Lars's mind. You know the reason he's been creeping back into your thoughts lately is because of the emotional void and anxiety stirred by your decision to end things with Soren. You've experienced this pattern in past relationships, too. But the past needs to stay where it belongs. Behind you. Reasonable. As you step out of the Uber, you notice that the light patter of raindrops tapping around against the car window has turned into a steady downpour. Seeing how dark the sky has grown, you check the time on your phone only to realize you're running later than you thought. I also am not a fan of breaking up with a guy at his house when you don't even drive a car. Like, that's going to be extremely awkward. Like, what are you going to be like, hey, I have something to talk to you about in 10 minutes when my Uber gets here. Like, what? Or are you just going to be like, I know I just broke up with you, but, like, mind if I crash on your couch? Seeing how dark the sky has grown, you check the time on your phone only to realize you're running later than you thought. The realization sends a ripple of tension through you. This is girlfriend red flag simulator? That's okay, I'm enjoying it. I like flaming chat. You pick up your pace, crossing the small garden of Soren's house, an old but sturdy-looking two-story detached home. Its renovations perpetually postponed. That's it. He's even owns his own house? Two-story. This is not a two-story house, is it? This is not 2 stories. This is like a raised bungalow.
1.5.
This is like a 1 floor and an attic.
A raised bungalow is half the basement above ground at least. So
Yeah, well it is because they got steps.
No, that doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter? Oh, okay. Okay, it's like a 1.5. It's like a 1.5. This is definitely not 2 stories. I don't believe it.
No.
Nah, that's not 2 stories.
What the dad was thinking, but that's not it.
I'm sorry. Can I get a hydrate, please? Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to flame bro's house, you know. I get it. Women do not know height. It's like, bro didn't need to lie about his IRL height. He's lying about his house's height. That's how much of a flexor bro is. He's like, he probably tells her, yeah, I'm 7 foot. Yeah, I'm 7 feet tall. Yeah, my house is 2 stories. And she's just like, wow. You rush beneath the pergola at the entrance, doing your best to shield yourself from the rain. As you press the doorbell, you take a moment to notice how the neighborhood, made up entirely of similar detached houses, remains just as calm and quiet as ever, rain or not. Soon the muffled sounds of footsteps and distant dog barks pierce through the hum of the rain. Then the door swings open, and there he is. Hey, yo, bro. Hey, yo, he's giving me those fuck me eyes. What the hell? What the... What? Okay. He's got the cool Christmas sweater. Bro's got actual titties ready to jiggle. What the hell? He's even wearing a watch. You're breaking up with this? Despite the differences in your height, he leans forward just enough for you to clearly see the warm smile spreading across his face. Welcome, love. Come on in. Don't get any wetter. At least not for me. He steps aside to let you in. As you cross the threshold, the familiar warmth of the house wraps around you. The contrast between it and the cool, damp air outside, or perhaps the weight of what's about to happen, sends a faint shiver down your spine. Dude, I like his home decor, man. It's good. This is nice. This is cozy. I would break up with that sweater, too? Okay. Last time a man ever tries to express his joyful, whimsical joy of the holidays. Just then, Soren closes the door swiftly behind you and turns to face you. By the way, that is a green flag if the guy likes holidays and actually celebrates them, okay? That's a green flag. Christmas is the best holiday to celebrate, aside from Halloween. Just then, Soren closes the door swiftly behind you and turns to face you. Joseph Joestar on Christmas? Maybe. Hug him, kiss him, do nothing. Chat, what do you want to do? Chat, what do you want to do with him? Is that a film set in the background? No, I think that's just, that's an umbrella, I think, cat. I think that's just, like, one of those, outdoor closet, like, racks. Like, clothes racks, you know, like a clothes racks, and then I think it's just got 2 umbrellas, because this is, like, an umbrella, and they're, like, open for some reason, but, yeah. Yeah. Hug, punch him. Okay. I can't punch him, unfortunately. If I were him, I'd just go back in the Uber and be like the police station. Quick. What the hell? Kiss him. Don't kiss. Don't lead him on. Just hug. Chat is so fucked up, man. Chat is fucked up. Do nothing. I'm seeing 2 kiss, 2 do nothing, and, okay. Kiss. Belina says kiss. Belina breaks the tie with the kiss. Bro's pelvis is so small, something is wrong. He hasn't been doing leg day. That's what's wrong. Anyways, we're gonna kiss him, I guess. It went down. It went down. As you step closer, trying to suppress the tension building inside you, the scent of his cologne suddenly fills your nose. Fresh, clean, and somehow teasing enough to stir something in you. Before you even realize what you're doing, you rise slightly on your toes and lean in towards his lips. It's already too late to pull back. Hey, yo, he's like, oh my god, she loves me. Stop, chat, you're terrible! Soren responds with just the slightest pressure and warmth against your mouth. Fleeting touch. A true gentleman. Of course, it remains a simple greeting kiss rather than deepening into passion. Perfectly in keeping with Soren's usual reserve in such matters, and perfectly suited to how this evening should progress. I mean, yeah. What do you mean? What do you want him to do? He's cooking ribs right now. What, is he gonna burn the ribs to have a passionate kiss? No! I'm gonna do that later. After the ribs. As you pull away with a smile, you feel his eyes lingering on you. And for the briefest second, you could swear the calm softness in his difficult expression shifts into something else. Something more difficult to name. His hands are as big as his thighs. Is this the gorilla? Nah, they're not that big. See? It's like half the size of his thighs. Come on, Chad. Stop being a hater. If anything, his man titties are about the same size as his thighs. That's what you should be concerned about, okay? Honka honka. Okay, something more difficult to name. Probably just your nerves playing tricks on you. Oh, there's the dog. Oh, the dog's got an eye patch. You hate this dog? Chat, you're such a fucking bitch. I'm sorry. I don't mean it in a bad way. But, like, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. That dog has not seen some stuff, Gab. Like, literally not seen some stuff. Like, it can't see some stuff, Gab. Just then, the dog trots over to the door where you're both standing, her tiny body trembling with excitement as she begins to growl at you with surprising volume for her size. Yeah, this fucking dog knows a red flag when she sees one. You notice the wet mark around her mouth and immediately understand Soren must have tried to distract her with food before opening the door, hoping to soften her mood. But clearly she couldn't be bothered to finish her snack when the opportunity to antagonize you was too tempting. You missed chat too, didn't you, Princess? Princess is the small, greedy, one-eyed chihuahua mix that Soren adopted, and though he refuses to admit it, she absolutely has anger issues. I would kick that dog. QPC, I would sooner kick you out of my house before you laid anything on my dog, okay? Especially my dog with one fucking eyeball. What the hell? If the dog doesn't like that woman, the woman isn't the right one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. The dog knows. Red flag, man. Truthfully, with her temperament and the eye patch she wears, Pirate would have been a far more fitting name. Don't mind her. She always gets a little sensitive after the vet. Oh, of course. No problem. But you know damn well it has nothing to do with the vet. She's despised you from the moment you met, for reasons you've never understood. It's like I'm a walking red flag, and she really needs to break up with Soren. Not that you can say that to Soren, who somehow still believes his princess is the sweetest, gentlest dog alive. How is it not? It's a Chihuahua.
Chihuahuas are vicious.
Yeah, Chihuahuas are little vicious little buggers, man. Luckily, as long as he's around, her hatred doesn't escalate beyond bared teeth and growls. Grr. So as you both head back to the living room, she settles for glaring daggers at your back. Save. Chat, are you gonna ask about the dog's condition, or are you gonna not ask? What do you want, chat? What do you want? What's it gonna be, chat? What's it gonna be? I would kick that dog, buy you a real dog, and then break up with you. Excuse me? What kind of dog are we talking about? Like, you willing to shill out the cash? Because I'll take a husky. What the hell is wrong with that dog? You can't not ask. I don't care. Soren! You're so mean. Don't ask, don't get Soren, Sarah. Okay, alright. I see a lot of chat is very... Okay, don't ask. The last thing you want to know about right now is Princess. So you skip over any updates about her condition without a second thought. After all, she was the one who ruined your video call last night. The one that delayed this breakup conversation tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry. The dog almost died. What? You could even say she's indirectly responsible for you missing the chance to pick up your dress for tomorrow's birthday party. Meaning you'll probably miss it altogether. Wait, I thought we did pick up the dress. What is she talking about? And that will most likely damage things with Mia, your best friend who invited you. Okay, fine, you're just tense. Maybe a little unfairly demonizing a tiny grumpy dog. Yeah! The moment you step in the living room, the mouth-watering aroma of fried ribs spills out from the kitchen, wrapping around you. Fried ribs? Wait, like deep-fried ribs? Or like pan-fried? Wait. I've never had pan-fried or deep-fried ribs. Is that a thing, chat? Deep-fried ribs? Holy fuck. Clog my arteries. Sign me up. Single glance at the table tells you everything. Carefully arranged plates, the candles casting their warm glow, your favorite wine chilling in an ice bucket. He deserves better. It's painfully clear how much effort Soren put into this dinner, and the guilt inside you swells just a little more. How many of your exes ever cooked a meal like this for you? Better question. How many ever cooked for you at all? Not reheated leftovers. Not takeout. Cooked. Even Soren's like, I don't know. Was there even one among them who appreciated a meal you prepared? Maybe the real problem isn't this relationship, but your own feelings. Maybe what you should do is silence those unreliable emotions. The ones that keep dragging you into the wrong relationships, and finally listen to logic. No, you should break up with him, because the way this is going is she's going to cheat on him, and I'd much rather she break up with him before that point. Maybe instead of breaking up with Soren, you should be proposing to him. But why would Soren accept a proposal from someone like you? He has a better job, a nicer house, a reliable car, a beloved dog. Hobbies that fulfill him in a life that seems to be going perfectly well. I mean, that's usually how men do things. They usually propose. Meanwhile, you have nothing but a job you constantly complain about, a few old friends, weak family ties, and a bunch of trauma and debt left over from the terrible past relationships. QPC hates disabled dogs. Damn. I'd like to say all of my pets have been rescues. No, that's not true, actually, because one of my cats just walked off from the street into my house, but whatever. The only things you can offer him are your rather feeble love compared to his, some sex, maybe a bit of charm, and a whole lot of chatter. No, you're not being too harsh on yourself. You just want to remind yourself of a truth, that's all. Unlike your previous partners, you never understood what exactly keeps him in this relationship. Could this be what they call true love? Unfortunately, after your past bad relationships, your instincts won't let you put those rose-colored glasses back on. You no longer believe in fairy tales with white knights rescuing princesses from monsters. Man, why she gotta call the dog a monster? Quickly jump in, trying to come up with an excuse for your unusually long silence caused by your thoughts. Everything looks amazing. Even such a simple phrase is enough to make his eyes light up. I'm so glad you like it. The food is almost ready. Do you need any help? No need, darling. I've got it. Please just sit and relax for a bit. You must be tired from trying to make it in time for dinner. You've forgotten all about being late since you hadn't said a word about it until now. But now, even this subtle remark from Soren is enough to unsettle your peace, what little of it may still be left. He basically said, relax, and she went, her instincts made her go, instant not relax. Like, she's, fucking shaking right now. You quickly begin crafting several possible explanations in your head for why you were late, ones that don't involve the birthday party tomorrow, and that he is unlikely to question. But he doesn't give you a chance to lie. After checking on his dog, who has now gone to her bed in the corner, Soren smiles at you and disappears down the hallway. While you wait for him, maybe you could do something. See, he's such a green flag, he didn't even ask. He trusts you so much, chat. He trusts you so goddamn much, and you're still You're terrible. I hate you. Stay here in the living room. Go to the kitchen. What do you think, chat? What do you want to do? Do you want to go bother him in the kitchen or stay in the living room? What's up? Prediction, we find out he's a dangerous Yandere. He maybe tries to kill us and then we're super into him. Yeah, I think so. 1. Okay? I got 1 vote for 1. I got 1 vote for 2. Kitchen, maybe he needs me. Maybe me needs he. Sorry. Kitchen. Okay, let's go to the kitchen. We got some kitchens. Get a knife. Oh, no. Even though Soren didn't ask for your help, you feel it wouldn't be right to just sit back and relax while he prepares something for you in the kitchen. Besides, it's your last evening together. Of course, the presence of the dog still curled up in bed, yet clearly alert, might have also influenced your decision. As his footsteps fade down the hallway, you leave the living room and follow him into his spacious, airy kitchen, nothing like the small open kitchen in your studio apartment. The moment you step inside, you're startled by the sight of the kitchen table already lined with mezes, salads, and other dishes. Soren, really, you didn't need to go through all this trouble. He, standing at the counter with his back to you, turns his head at the sound of your voice. He told me lately you've been skipping meals because of work. We need to take care of your nutrition, darling. I don't want you getting sick. Oh. Can't even remember what you said that to him. Probably just slipped out during one of your usual phone rants about how your boss dumps all the work on you. Yet somehow he always seems to care more about the things you say than even you do. Your voice quivers slightly as you speak. That's very thoughtful. Thank you. Don't mention it, darling. You know, I always enjoy doing things for you. So don't worry about anything tonight. Just enjoy it. By the way, darling is like the go-to. That's like what I say, man. I love darling. And if a girl doesn't like darling, that's a red flag. Darling's a good one. Darlin is even better. Oh, yeah. Ginger may but she loves it.
No.
Okay, I'm saving again. Offer to help him. Wait in the living room. Yeah. Love is great. Love is good. Yeah. Help him or wait. You can just like walk in and then just leave. That's pretty funny. Help him. Okay, we gotta help him. We got 1, so let's help him. Driven by a definite need to ease your guilt, you jump in. Oh. Thunder. I want to help. I can chop those spinach leaves, for example. He lifts his head from the bowl he's mixing ingredients in and glances at the bunch of spinach you point to, smiling. I think we already have enough spinach for the salad, darling. Just having you here is enough for me. But if you really insist, I'd appreciate it if you could tidy up a bit. Especially if you could put those spinach leaves back in the fridge before they spoil any further. Oh, of course. You're relieved to have something to do, and you begin putting away the items that had been used in the meal prep and then forgotten. At the very least, you hope that after everything is over and you leave his house, you'll have shortened that painful phase when Soren cleans up and feels like all his effort was for nothing. Meanwhile, your eyes are drawn to a small pile of knives stacked haphazardly at the far end of the table. They scream for you. A certain queen puppy cat yells in the back of your mind. Stab the dog. Oh my god, what the fuck? This is crazy. The voices! They're clearly large, broad, and sturdy. No doubt about that. But you can't quite imagine what they'd be used for in a normal kitchen. Apparently, chat can only imagine what they can be used for against a dog. And despite how solid they look, the knives seem quite old. Judging by their worn handles and dulled sheen, they've definitely been used many times. Well, I mean, if you get a good set of knives, you'll use those knives, and you take care of them, you sharpen them properly, you'll keep them for a long time. Even without leaning in too close, you can smell the harsh scent of cleaning chemicals that's clinging to them. Now, that's a bit odd. You don't really usually need cleaning chemicals on them. Yeah, you don't need to bleach your knives. That's bad. Cleaning chemicals are bad. That will corrode the knives. So, okay, let's ask him about that. I want to ask. I'm curious, chat. Ask Soren. Unable to contain your curiosity, you call out to him, who still has his back to you. What are those knives for? You know, cooking, but whatever. Caught off guard by the sudden question, he turns towards you with the pan still in his hand. Huh? Oh, those are my grandfather's butcher knives. When he closed the shop, he sold most of the large tools and machines, but he kept the knives because he loved them. You lightly touch the sharp edge of one of the blades with your finger. They still seem pretty sharp. Do you use them often? He chuckles softly and returns the pan to the stove. They still come in handy from time to time, sure, but mostly I just clean them now and then. Keep them for sentimental reasons. Let me handle them, sweetheart. You might hurt yourself. To be fair, chemicals is weird. You would generally oil your knives, actually, if you want them to stop from rusting and stay sharp. Oil does a great job. A very, very, like, basic oil. You're right. Clumsy enough as it is. Heeding his warning, you back away from the knives and open the fridge door to put away the last few items from the table. As you do, your attention is drawn to the top shelf, packed with plastic-wrapped packages of meat. It's clear he recently stocked up, but there's a problem. Only a few packages seem store-bought. Well, he might have just, you know, I do it all the time too. You take it out of the store-bought packages. Haha, Chad, I use them to kill because I am a Yandere. Nice, thank you. Maybe he's a hunter. Maybe that's a Yandere. Maybe that's why he's a Yandere. Most of them don't have any kind of label indicating date, type, or weight. I mean, that's normal. I do that. As soon as I go to the grocery store, I buy some ground beef. I package that shit separately. I wrap that up into, like, meal sizes, like, per meal, and I wrap that shit up and put it in a bag, you know? That's people meat? No, it's not. Yeah, this is normal. What? Chill runs down your spine. What if the mouth-watering smell filling the kitchen right now is coming from one of those packages? Where did you get this meat, Soren? I don't see any dates on them. You can't stop your voice from trembling slightly. They're fresh cuts from a butcher I trust. There's absolutely nothing to worry about, sweetheart. Yeah, you could also just be getting it from a butcher. I'd never poison you. You're always safe with me. Oh, that's not what I meant. They're not bad. Yeah, they're definitely not bad. You'd see it. Your cheeks flush involuntarily, and you feel embarrassed, as if a secret had just slipped out. The memory is still fresh. Your mother, who was never fond of cooking or taking care of you and your sister, once poisoned you both with expired food while trying to prove something to your constantly criticizing father? Okay, now I feel kind of bad for chat. What the hell? Meat I don't use goes into the freezer so it doesn't spoil? Yeah, I section out my meat all the time. Do that with chicken. I hate having to thaw a whole package just to cook it. Yeah, exactly. You should do that. It's a life hack. Wrap it in saran wrap. Fucking put it in a freezer, like, locky, bag lock, whatever thing, and then throw it in the freezer, bro. Ziploc. There we go. It was something you never told anyone. Not even Soren. Trying to brush it off and move past the odd moment, you say the first thing that comes to mind. You've definitely been eating a lot of meat lately. What? Lady! His tits are the size of his head!
Hell yeah.
He's gotta eat a lot of meat!
Hell
Bro needs that protein! You think this is this is what I'm saying, chat. Women don't know what it takes. Women don't know. This guy's eating 2 steaks a day, okay? That's how you get these titties. Just trying to stick to my diet with the new weight training I've started. So tell me, do you think it's paying off? And then he shook his tits, one by one. He did a little titty dance. I doubt I can give a proper answer with that sweater on. The words slip out before you can stop them, and you immediately regret your thoughtless remark because his response catches you even more off guard. Ayo, ayo. I could take it off if you like. As your gaze shifts to him, you catch something intense in his eyes, and you feel a rush of heat start in your belly and spread through your body. You haven't had sex with him since the thought of breaking up first crossed your mind. That period has been unusually long for you, yet you never thought of it as strange. Soren has always been more reserved and understanding than your previous boyfriends, and intimacy was never a big part of your relationship. But now you notice he's being more forward than ever, because you've got him starving out here. Brother is starving! His balls are blue! He's fine. He can hold himself. He's a true gentleman. Unless you're going to burn the meat. That's what I was saying, man. He's got to focus on cooking. Let him cook. What do you guys want? Do you want me to say unless you're going to burn the meat? Or how about after dinner? What do you guys want? What do you guys want? This is fun. I've been enjoying this today. Soren's such a catch. What the fuck, guys? Appreciate what you have, chat. How about that dinner? 2. Okay. I'm gonna 1-to-1. Someone break the tie. After Din. Okay. Broken the tie. After Din. Of course, you can't break the news to him right here and now, so you have no choice but to postpone it. You have to bring up the issue during dinner, otherwise your impulses might take advantage of his boldness and muddle everything. You swallow hard, trying to smooth the crack in your voice. Right now, I'm starving. Soren's laughter fills the kitchen, finally breaking the tension in your weight. Then let's make sure you're nice and full first, darling. Come on, let's eat before the meat gets cold.
Yeah.
Meat. As you follow him into the living room, all you can do is pray that for once luck is on your side. Your final dinner with Soren begins like any other, despite the tension churning inside you. As the scent of the warm lamb chops he's just served reaches your nose, you realize you're actually hungry. Wait, bro made ribs and lamb chops! He is insane right now! He takes a seat across from you at the table and offers an encouraging smile. Although that makes sense, once again, he's got to get a lot of protein in him. Please, try it, love. I hope you'll like it. After everything he's done to prepare this for you, there's no way you could refuse. Bro's only got green flag nicknames for you, by the way. You pick up your fork under his attentive gaze and bring one of the pre-sliced pieces to your mouth. This guy is baby girl, is what you were going to say, okay? You don't need to be a gourmet to know this is perfection. The crispness of the outside, the tenderness of the juicy center, the way every spice is balanced just right. You've always known he was skilled in the kitchen, but this is flawless. Absolutely perfect. I've never had anything like it in my life. He doesn't just react to the compliment itself. What satisfies him more is what he sees in your face, in your eyes. Even in the soft glow of the candlelight, you can tell the emotion welling up behind his gaze. Smiling, he leans forward to refill your wine glass. Ren, this game is called How to Break Up with Your Yandere Boyfriend. I think you're gonna do a very bad job at this. I'm so glad to hear that, love. For the next minute or so, the only sounds are the rain tapping against the window and your utensils against the plate. Even Princess is absent, granting you both a moment of rare privacy. What if you're eating your ex's flesh he killed and cooked them up? My ex just texted me like an hour ago. Continue eating. Your gaze drifts towards the window, noticing the rain outside has picked up. The thought of a car journey in this weather begins to feel more and more unappealing. Besides, you're not exactly eager to leave this warm, peaceful home and return to your own small but chaotic studio apartment. You decide the breakup conversation can wait a little longer. To be contended! Whoa, we didn't even finish night 1. Okay. What? Just don't. Just don't, chat. That's the answer. Just don't. Just don't. Well, I guess we're going to try a couple of other routes. I don't know. Let me just make sure. We'll check out some other, like, routes to see some dialogue. I thought that would have been, like, an end of day 1, though. At least. This demo has 2 different endings. Okay. 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 Alright. Alright. Okay. Okay, okay. Extras. CG gallery. We didn't get either CG. Chat, you kind of suck. Neutral ending A, neutral ending C. Chat, you kind of suck. What are we doing, chat? What are we doing? You guys suck at this. Let's run it back. What do you guys want me to do first? Perfect? Like, do everything nice or be mean as fuck? I'm saying I'm leaning on be nice, and then we end off mean as fuck. How about that? Let's see if we can break this man. Oh, okay. Oh, Oliver says be nice. Okay, I need a tiebreaker. Someone hit me with it right now. Come on. Nice or mean? Naughty or nice, chat? What are we doing? 1. That's not the answer. Clock, please don't make me my clock vomit again. Mean. Okay, we're doing mean. Okay. Swing by the dry cleaners. Daniel wants me to be mean too. Skip. We're gonna text Lars. We're gonna text him. Finally, you overcome your hesitation and let your fingers tap against the keyboard. Hi, Lars. Yeah, it really has been a while. Haven't decided about the party yet. Truthfully, risking being late for the dinner at Soren's house just to pick up your dress from the dry cleaner only to back out of the party at the last minute would be pure madness. Either way, there's no need for Lars to know all that. Your thumb hovers over send just as you're about to slide your phone into the pocket. Another vibration pulses against your palm. Speed of the reply surprises you, especially considering Lars was never exactly known for being prompt when it came to answering texts. I understand. I also realized my question must have sounded stupid. Just figured you'd be coming with your boyfriend. And if you two were going to be there, I was thinking of skipping it. Now I'm just as undecided as you are. Something about Lars's message is so different from the careless, confident attitude you remember that leaves you momentarily unsure of how to interpret them. What you do understand is that he seems less interested in whether you're attending the party and more concerned about whether your boyfriend will be there. But why? Strange unease stirs inside you, and as you realize that, beyond you, and Soren and Lars have absolutely nothing in common. Should you ask him about it? Or should you end the conversation here and focus on the last evening you'll spend with Soren? I'm going to ask him about it. We're going to ask. Hell yeah. Ask. The gnawing pull of curiosity quickly overwhelms your hesitation, feeding your unease. He's either jealous or scared. Do women just not understand that, like, it's really awkward to be there single while your ex has a boyfriend? Like, that's really awkward, man. Like, I don't know about you, but it would be extremely awkward if my ex was at a party and they had a partner and I didn't. That's so awkward. That's so, like, nah, I'm not putting myself in that situation. Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, there's that lonely loser. The gnawing pull of curiosity quickly overwhelms your hesitation, feeding your unease. Thankfully, tonight, Lars seems to have abandoned all his old habits, and he doesn't avoid giving you a clear, direct answer. So whether you go to the party depends on us? Yes. Or rather, I'm obviously not lumping you in with him. I just don't want to run into your boyfriend and end up ruining the night for both of us. I thought you never would have considered something that had never even crossed your mind suddenly surfaces. This time, even though you see that Lars is online, he doesn't reply right away. Did something happen between you and Soren behind my back? Well, you'd be better off asking him that. It's not my place to interfere in your relationship, even though I just did that right now. It's just thinking back to the past. I wish things had turned out differently. I wish I was dating Soren and not you. Though you know Lars was never the kind to apologize to anyone, his final messages somehow feel like an apology. Oh shit, okay. We're gonna admit we still miss him, yeah. Yeah, you admit you still miss him. Everything you once lived with him, the memories, the regrets, the endless what-ifs, comes rushing back to life in your mind. There's a bond between you and Lars, one so passionate, thrilling, and complicated that you could never truly deny it. No matter what you did, it was a connection you could never fully break. Shit! Me too. The moment you hit send, the weight of what you've done crashes over you. You realize with a sinking feeling how foolish you must seem, and deep regret grips you. But it's already too late. You can see that Lars has read your message. Without waiting for any response, you shut off your phone in shame and shove it deep into your pocket, leaning your forehead against the car window as you struggle to steady your breathing. For the streets! Sorry. And yet, are you completely sorry for what you've done? Okay, you're definitely for the streets. That's a question you can't answer. You can't answer so easily. Okay, let's start skipping again. Throw my phone out the window and leave the country? Sorry, not sorry. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, we already have that. So we've already committed to being mean, so do nothing. Might be best to put a little distance between you and him, especially with the breakup talk still looming ahead. So instead of hugging or kissing him like you usually would, you settle for a warm smile. Oh, there was no kiss option either. Unlike you, Soren leans in and presses a small kiss to your cheek, either unaware of your reserved demeanor or choosing to ignore it. Okay. Skip. Okay, we're gonna not ask about the dog's condition. Skip. Alright, fine, you'll give Lars a pass here. After all, you can't ignore the extravagant restaurants he took you to, but one thought lingers, refusing to be dismissed. Oh, wait, maybe your own feelings? Okay, stay here in the living room. Yeah, let's stay here in the living room. Before such an important conversation, you need a moment alone to gather your courage. Taking a deep breath, you sit on the couch. The wooden display cabinets, drawers, trinkets, porcelain, everything in the room, like the rest of the house, still preserves the arrangement inherited from Soren's grandfather and grandmother. I'm not gonna lie, the China buffet literally looks like something in my parents' house. Holy fucking shit. It's so cozy, though. I like it. It's cozy. It's cozy. Comforting. It looks like it would fit really well in a log cabin. Or like a Victorian house. Everything feels so familiar and comforting. As the rain outside intensifies, the murmur of raindrops hitting the windows grows louder, and you find yourself feeling surprisingly peaceful, as if you truly belong here. You know that by breaking up with him, you'll be saying goodbye, not only to him, but to all these beautiful memories as well. Cut the sentimentality and focus on your decision. Yeah, that one. But this isn't your first time. Of course you can't compare your relationship with Soren to your previous ones. Among all your past boyfriends, he was the one who showed you the most care and attention. And he entered your life at the moment when you needed someone the most, proving that miracles can still happen in this world. Even so, that didn't guarantee your relationship would last forever, that your feelings would never change. Just like now. You're grateful for having met him and for the time you spent together. No matter how he reacts to your decision to break up, that truth won't change. At least you hope it won't. Moments later, you hear his footsteps approaching the living room. And now everything's ready. We can move to the table, darling. Okay. Skip. Okay, continue eating. Wait. Wait, I didn't get anything different? Endings. Wait, what? Wait, really? Do nothing. Skip. Ask what? Don't ask. It went down. Do we need that red bar to be all the way at the top? Is break up with him? I guess we need it to be at the top. Wait, okay, let me try loading from the start. Swing by the dry cleaners, skip the dry cleaners. Swing by the dry cleaners. But that makes it go down. So skip the dry cleaners. Oh! How How is making sure you're on time for dinner with him? The guilt? Oh, is that what it is? You kind of guilt trip yourself? Oh, because you're like delaying it? Okay. The priority tonight is clear. You need to have that talk with Soren. Okay, I understand. Hi, Katie. What you'll wear to your best friend's birthday party tomorrow. That's tomorrow's problem. You know Soren won't mind the delay, but you refuse to stack another lie onto this guilt. Besides, every minute you delay is another crack in your resolve. If you don't do this now, you'll chicken out. Again. Okay. Metro doors slide shut behind you, sealing the choice. It shouldn't hurt this much. Just a stupid dress. Just one missed party, but your chest tightens anyway. Okay. Text Lars. Never mind. Don't text him. Don't text him. Slip your phone back in your pocket and look at the window. Okay. Besides, you're not even entirely sure you'll make it to tomorrow's birthday party. Thanks to your forgetfulness, you might end up avoiding Lars altogether, and if he's planning to be a pain, you'll be spared the unpleasant task of having to talk to him. Well then, feel free to pat yourself on the back for this dazzling display of optimism. Okay. Do nothing. Okay, good. Don't ask. Stay here in the living room. Cut the sentimentality and focus on your decision. Okay, I don't want to skip too much because I'm worried it might do something different. Okay. There's nothing. Okay, wait. Even Princess. Okay. There's nothing to gain from waiting any longer. You believe he deserves to know why you really came here. And if you delay it much more, you might lose the resolve to go through with it. Slowly set your fork on the edge of your plate and mustering all your courage, lift your gaze to meet his. There's something I need to talk to you about. The scariest thing any man can hear. He knows! A flicker of surprise crosses his face at the seriousness in your voice. Even so, when he speaks, his tone is just as soft and understanding as always. And of course, love, I'm always ready to listen to you. Take a deep breath, keeping your eyes on his. No stalling, no sugarcoating. I feel like I've been feeling like something's different lately. About our relationship. He's impreg. The surprise in his expression deepens. He says nothing. Just watches you in silence, waiting. Always waiting for you to finish. Isn't that what women want? It's one of the things you've always loved most about him. Exactly. And also, in this moment, one of the hardest to face. His way of truly listening, of giving weight to every word you say. But there's no turning back now. You have to follow through. This isn't easy to say, but I think we need to break up. The tension in the room is so thick. Your words seem to hang in the air like smoke. He's literally having his life flash between his eyes. He's literally like, the dreams he's had of you two, like, growing old together are just getting crushed right now. His expression doesn't change, but you notice his eyes drift to his wine glass instead of staying on you. Based. Drink your problems away. Give him space. Time to take it in. Sound of rain outside seems to grow louder, pressing into the silence between you. When he finally looks back at you, the warm light that's always lived in his eyes is gone. I don't believe you made this decision on impulse, chat, but did I do something without realizing? Something that hurt you? His voice is so gentle, so considerate, that his response fills you with guilt, even though you know how deeply this must be hurting him. No, never. Honestly, it's quite the opposite, Soren. Out of all the men who've come and gone in my life, you are by far the best. Oh my god! The thought of losing you hurts me too. Still, none of that changes the quiet certainty that breaking up is the right thing to do. I hate this lady! You speak again quickly, not wanting to give him room to hope. This is not about you, this is me. Do not... I hate her. This is about me, my feelings. It's not you, it's me. I just don't think I can return your love the way you deserve. I don't think I can be truly happy in this relationship. That's fine. That last sentence is good. He finally speaks, his voice quieter, more subdued. How long have you felt this way? Or rather, how long have you known? You hesitate, knowing too much detail would do more harm than good, but you can't ignore his question. Since things got more serious between us, but the last month, it's become something I just can't look past. I see. Her childhood trauma is a big factor in our poor MC's feelings. I agree. I think so too. Sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry for saying this during a dinner you prepared so thoughtfully. But I couldn't keep it to myself any longer. You deserve to know. This time, the smile that forms on his lips is a little forced, wounded, but still kind. That was also a very good line right there, that last little bit. Please, don't feel guilty, Chad. Of course, we didn't enter this relationship expecting it to end this way. But not every relationship concludes as we hope. That's perfectly normal. It doesn't mean either of us did something wrong. You realize that by delaying this conversation for so long, you've only tortured yourself and, in a way, been unfair to him. In the end, your coworker was right. Soren accepted your decision with grace, effortlessly dismantling the baseless fears you carried for so long. Once again, your instincts, those that had pulled you into the wrong relationships time and time again, have proven to be flawed. Truly is different from all the others. In fact, he's perfect. And if you'd ever managed to escape the ghosts of your past relationships, maybe, just maybe, you could have quieted the part of your heart that refused to let him in. Things between you could have been so different, so much better. No, they couldn't have. Leave his ass now. I'm lucky to have met you, Soren. You don't hesitate as you reach for the hand he gently extends to you across the table. That familiar warmth flows into you, melting away all the tension that had clung to you for days. In this moment, you trust him more than ever. Okay, Soren, now we're going to put her in your basement. And I'm lucky to have you, Chad. You've always been so special to me. And you always will be. You catch the glow in his eyes grow brighter, but it doesn't last long. He gently pulls his hand back and slowly rises from his chair. Well then, I think we've come to a conclusion on this unpleasant but necessary matter. How about we continue dinner where we left off as good friends? I'll bring out dessert. Before leaving the room, he pauses at the doorway and glances back at you. Of course, if you'd rather not stay, I can call a taxi to take you home. You narrow your eyes towards the clock above the fireplace. Clock reference. It's gotten quite late. Oh, you're right. Time really flew. I think it's better if I head home now. Seeing you rise from the table and gather your things, he offers to call a taxi for you. Would you like me to pack some dessert for you? Creme brulee. I made plenty since it's your favorite. I doubt I can eat it all myself. That would be lovely, but please, don't go through any more trouble on my behalf. It's no trouble at all. He gives you a gentle smile before heading into the kitchen. You wait alone for the taxi, realizing he probably used the dessert as an excuse to be by himself for a moment. He's crying. No, he's grabbing the rope. Even if your friendship continues, you know that things will never be quite the same again. As you absent-mindedly scroll through your phone, you notice a message from your coworker. Decide not to reply, at least not now. Are you okay? You'll explain everything tomorrow anyways. Or maybe you don't really know the answer yourself. He's gonna do something to the dessert now, let's go. Brulee of tears? No, guys, he's grabbing a rope. Are you okay? Shortly after the taxi arrives, Soren emerges from the kitchen holding a neatly wrapped package and walks you out. Just before stepping into the car, you glance back at him. Beneath the umbrella he's holding for you both, his face is partly obscured by shadows. You can't quite see his eyes. Maybe that's why even his usually comforting smile feels distant tonight. Good night, Chad. Good night, Soren. You slip into the taxi without delay, and soon you're leaving him in his home behind. No! Despite everything, a quiet sense of peace settles in your chest. He should have got the rope. You stayed true to your decision. After a month! Did you make the changes I asked for before we sent it to the client? Fucking work, bro. You're trying to stay calm despite your boss's usual irritating tone. Yes. All of them. Yes. Did you double check? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Then why have they been calling me non-stop since the beginning of the meeting? Your boss's voice starts composed and ends in a shout, casting sudden silence over the entire office. Why don't you answer the phone and ask them? Your unexpected reply draws stunned looks from your coworkers. Your boss's face flushes bright red with rage just as the phone rings again. He answers and puts the call on speaker. A familiar, dreaded voice fills the room, and it's the client who has made your life hell lately. Hello? Hello, Mr. Miles. Sorry for the delay. I was in a meeting. Is there an issue with the proposal we sent? Your boss's tone is now softer than a purring kitten after a warm meal. No, quite the opposite. I just wanted to say how pleased I am with everything. The changes you made, though you didn't inform me in advance, turned out to be very appropriate and necessary. Thank you. Your boss's face goes blank with confusion. You, on the other hand, shoot a smug, I told you so glance around the room. I'm glad to hear that. Unless there's anything else, I need to take care of something urgently. Of course. Have a great day. Your boss swallows hard a few times. Yeah, suck that dick! A few times, clearly lost for words, before deciding to pretend nothing happened. Takes a sip of his coffee only to grimace. Yeah, it came in that. Ugh, cold. Anyway, let's not drag meetings out like this again. That's all for now. Don't stare, chat. That's rude. That's my boss. As the meeting ends and your colleagues start filing out, you rise to leave, but your boss's voice stops you. Chat, could you stay a minute? You ignore the meaningful look your coworker throws your way and comply. Once everyone else is gone, your boss turns to you with a surprisingly softer expression. That was good work. How would you feel about grabbing dinner sometime? You pause a little too long, thrown off by the absurdity of this meeting and how it's now delaying your work even more. Is this a surprise business dinner? Oh, no. So we're not meeting a client. No, I mean, yes. I mean, no client. Then I'll go ahead and book the usual table for the team. Your boss's face immediately returns to his usual strictness. For God's sake, chat, no client, no team. I'm talking about just dinner, just the two of us. Oh, now I get it. Thank God. So, how about tonight? No. Your boss is momentarily stunned by your swift and definite response, but continues. Then how about Saturday evening? Thank you for the offer, but what I meant was that I don't want to have dinner with you, neither tonight nor on Saturday. For the first time, you witness your boss blushing from something other than anger. It was just meant as an apology. I mean, I had no other... I'm sure, but if you really want to apologize, please do it in front of everyone at the next meeting. Just like when you scolded me a moment ago, unless there's something else. No, of course. You're free to go. Please do not call HR department. Leaving your thoroughly embarrassed and confused boss behind in the meeting room, you return to your desk, where your coworker immediately pounces on you with excitement. Good for her. Yeah, honestly, do not date your boss. What did he say? Tell me right now or I'll die of curiosity. I'll never forget the look on his face when the client thanked him over the phone. I wish I'd taken a photo. Wait, did he actually apologize to you? Better. As you sit down and toss the files onto your desk, you mutter, worse. He asked me out to dinner. Just then your coworker who was raising her mug to her lips spits out her sip. What? Calm down, you'll choke. Under the strange looks of a few people passing in front of your desk, you help her clean herself in the desk with a napkin. Ignoring the coffee stain on her shirt, she immediately turns back to you. Oh shit, I never thought he was that type. He seemed like a true workaholic who didn't care about anything except the clients. But look at that, he even found out about your breakup with Soren. So what did you say to him? Your hand hesitates briefly from wiping the table at the mention of Soren's name, but you're certain your coworker didn't notice. Of course I turned him down. Oh really? You did the right thing. Still, for someone so angry and annoying, he does have a bit of charm. And he's rich. If you had gone to dinner, we'd have had enough gossip material to last until our next promotion. Would have been fun to see his flirting skills. If I were in your place, I don't think I could have said no. What are these women, dude? No. Maybe the you from a year ago, but before you met Soren wouldn't have said no to that invitation either. There was something deeply alluring for you about getting an offer like that from a man who was always angry, difficult, and irritating. Nah, man. Nah. These are the same women that are like, why can I never find my soulmate? Why can I never find a nice guy? I'm having the time of my life ragging on the MC. Don't worry about it, okay? But now, even while reviewing your new job applications every evening, you don't even think of your boss. You're still thinking about Soren, aren't you? You abandoned your efforts to clean an invisible stain on the desk and let yourself drop into the chair as your coworker continues. Didn't expect him to accept the breakup so easily. You thought he'd resist, try to convince you that you still love him. I hate that. No, it's good that he left. Just like the other men in your life did. The only difference is, they didn't really mean it when they tried. No, that is the most toxic thing I've ever heard in my life, bro. No, he dodged a bullet. Did he contact you after that dinner? Any call or message? No, I guess it's for the best. Before the silence has a chance to stretch further, your coworker quickly jumps in again. You're right. Did you see the last email from the boss? Same old nonsense. But there's this one thing. Even the relief of having most of your work done by the end of the shift doesn't lift the strange hollowness inside you. After saying goodbye to your coworker and leaving the office, instead of heading straight for the metro, you start walking down the street. Something in your life feels off. Before breaking up with Soren, you thought it was your relationship. Now, you're not sure what it is. You move aimlessly through the crowded street, drifting like part of the currents. Hey, what's that? What's that on the right? You consider calling him. Hey, what's that on the right? Why am I jerking off? Even though the fact that he never tried to contact you after that night makes you think the breakup was the right decision for him too. Maybe. She dodged a bullet. Did you not see that dog? No. QPC, she dodged a bark. Maybe a bite. But that dog wasn't pulling a gun out. Maybe this time, you could be the one to make the first move. Lady, if you better get the kink out of your neck right now. After all, since things didn't end badly, calling him just a friend wouldn't be so strange. Just then, your eyes catch a tall man in a black hoodie in the crowd. Is that, hey. For a moment, you almost think it's him. But you're certain he wouldn't be here. This time, just like that. Still, something in you insists that the man who disappeared so quickly was Soren. I think he's still here. I think he's right there. No. MC, just turn your head. Okay, or not. Your silly thought is interrupted by your phone vibrating in your pocket. He's literally like standing right beside her and she just doesn't realize it's him. You check it and see a message confirming that the job interview you faked being sick to attend last week was successful. We're thrilled to inform you that your application for the digital marketing specialist position at Bloomwise Media has been accepted. Congratulations! The memes write themselves. She's a marketing girly. Oh no, man. Contact XXXXXXX. Not a marketing girly. Nah, man. A good position and a good company with good pay. Finally! Your joyful outburst draws a few stares from passerby, but you couldn't care less. Feel like you're on cloud 9. Now you can finally focus on your career instead of men. The thing that's been making you feel wrong lately must have been this awful old job and your uncertain career. Your new job is going to be so good for you. Right? A fresh start is waiting for you. But are you really sure? Neutral ending? Hey, all right, there we go. We got an ending. MC is like literally like one of the most toxic females I've ever seen and written. Now it's the feeling of someone stalking you? Nah. Okay. So I'm assuming that's one of the CGs. So we got another CG to go, I guess. Let's go back and so last time we broke up with him. So let's try to make the bar as low as possible. Swing by, yeah. Text him. Skip. Ask him? Did that make it go down? No. Maybe don't even ask him? No, let's ask him. Let's ask him. Yeah, let's try asking him. Admit it, you still miss him? No. It doesn't really matter anymore. You once longed to hear words like that from him. Back then, you had been ready to forgive all his mistakes without hesitation. But that was before you met Soren, before your relationship with him began. Now, after experiencing Soren's steady, caring love, the kind that made you feel truly safe, you find yourself far less willing to return to the passionate, thrilling, yet exhausting days you once shared with Lars. Even though Lars' messages hinted that maybe he too has changed, you're determined to tread carefully this time. Still, the idea of seeing or speaking to him at tomorrow's birthday party doesn't seem quite as terrible as it once would have. Pushing all thoughts of Lars aside for now, you turn your attention back to Soren. Okay, skip. Kiss him? Okay, that makes it go down. Okay. Ask about the dog's condition. Princess is completely fine, right? As always, his eyes soften the moment his dog is mentioned. Yes, definitely. She just ate something she shouldn't have. As you can see, she's already back to her usual self. Even though you and his tiny, angry dog don't exactly get along, you still feel relieved by his words, especially after remembering how anxious he was last night. Glad it wasn't anything serious. You were really worried. Soren nods and a slight sheepish smile pulls out the corner of his lips. Well, I'm glad we can finally be nice for 1 second in this entire game. Yeah, I guess I panicked, thinking I might actually lose her. Might have ruined your night, too. Hopefully tonight's dinner makes up for it. No, please don't say that. Will Princess be joining us for dinner, too? Could you take her to another room? Accept your fate and let the dog silently judge you through dinner. I'm gonna save here. No. Sure. One, yeah. Will Princess be joining us for dinner, too? He lets out a soft laugh at your question. Unfortunately, she wasn't patient enough to wait for dinner with you, my love. Of course, that's not exactly what you meant, especially with Princess glaring at you like a tiny beast ready to pounce. Thankfully, he seems to notice your unease and doesn't push the joke any further. She'll probably fall asleep soon and head off to bed. Is there maybe a different way to lower his option? Accept your fate? You already know Soren would never actually shut his dog in another room, so you resign yourself. Okay, let's do that one and just skip. Okay. Okay. Could this be what they call true love? Honestly, you really don't think so. Whatever it is that draws him to you, you're sure it's something that could fade, run out, or diminish at any moment. If that happens later, it'll be even worse for both of you, so the best thing to do is to end it now. I mean, that's very true, yeah. Quickly jump in. Oh, okay. Let me skip. Okay, so go to the kitchen lowers it, right? Stay here in the living room. No. Okay, go to the kitchen. Offer to help him. Yes, that made it go down a lot. Okay. Skip. Save. Ask Soren? Don't ask him. You've known since the beginning that he's been interested in cooking ever since he was a child, so you're sure those knives serve a real purpose. Instead of wasting time with meaningless questions, you start gathering them up only to realize just how sharp they still are. Despite their age, the moment your hand brushes against one, as the cut on your hand starts bleeding quickly, a gasp of pain escapes your lips. Oh. He immediately sets the pan down and rushes over to you. Are you okay, love? What happened? Let me see. I was trying to clean up the knives, but I cut myself. You wince from the sharp stinging as you show him the wound. Luckily, it's not too deep. I'll grab the first aid kit right away. Please, just sit here and wait for me, darling. You sit on the chair, he pulls out and rests your head on the table, consumed by pain and frustration. While waiting for him to return, your mind drifts to strange thoughts. Maybe this is karma. Maybe karma won't even let you enjoy the meal your soon-to-be ex-boyfriend has cooked. That's when you notice a faint vibration on the table. Lifting your head, you see Soren's phone buzzing rapidly beneath a snack wrapper. Still remember the password he'd entered next to you months ago. Maybe he hasn't changed it. You memorized his phone password after one time he pressed it in front. Wow, no trust. Okay. Okay, let's snoop through his phone. It went down. For someone like you who's been cheated on more than once in past relationships and found out each time by snooping through her boyfriend's phone, this move is almost instinctual. I understand, by the way. I'm not that much of a hater. In fact, I think every guy should be able to just hand their phone over and show their girlfriend all the porn that they've seen. They should be able to do any. They should be able to look through their phone without a problem, okay? Maybe you'll find a clue that'll make it easier to break up. No matter how devoted Soren seems, you know better than anyone that no man is ever quite what he appears to be. That's not true. I'm a clock. And after Lars' message, there's clearly one way to find out what really happened between him and Soren. Check the messages. Clock, I hear boss music on your end? No, it's fine, it's fine. You find this easier and more definitive than confronting Soren directly. As you enter the passcode on the lock screen, the menu opens, surprising and relieving you at the same time. You haven't heard any footsteps from the hallway yet, so you still have time, but the cut in your hand is slowing you down. That means you'll only be able to check one thing before risking being caught. Excuse me? Check his photos or his messages? Check his messages? Since checking messages is always the most basic and secure method, you quickly go there. Doesn't take long to realize the most recent message is work-related. So you skip it and start scanning through his latest conversations. Just as his boring chats begin to wear down your patience, one message suddenly jolts you. It's from Lars, sent a month ago. All prior messages have been deleted. So, does she know what you did last summer? Soren left the question unanswered, so it's up to you to figure out what Lars meant. Just from his text, you could already tell Lars had changed, but now, with what he said appearing to be true, you're more curious than ever about what really happened between him and Soren. What could Soren have done? Even if you're about to break up with him, you can't deny that he has been the most trustworthy, loyal, understanding, and kind man you've ever known. Thanks to him, you were able to regain your faith in men. But is it possible that time has changed him in ways you haven't noticed? Unfortunately, no matter how much you want answers, your only real option is to bring this up at dinner and hope he tells you the truth. Just then, the sound of his approaching footsteps become audible, prompting you to immediately put the phone back in its place. Did I make a save there? Did I save? Okay, yeah, I did. Gently cleans the cut on your hand and carefully wraps it. Will you be able to eat with this hand, my love? Karma briefly rears its head again in your mind, but with the pain subsiding, you're able to respond to him in a more neutral tone. It's not that big of a cut. I think I'll manage. I shouldn't have asked you to do anything after your long day. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry for that. Just as you're about to drown in guilt, you jump in quickly. Please don't say that. It was just a small accident. He, still looking very apologetic, places a gentle kiss on your forehead before getting up from the chair beside you. Thank you for helping, my love. I'll take care of the rest. Wow, nice guy. A little while later, while he says everything is ready, you walk with him into the living room. What if he has pictures of the random dude he murdered that summer? Oh, based. Your final dinner with Soren. Okay, I can skip here. Skip. Continue eating. No, dude, no. Okay, wait, load. Load up here, maybe check his photo. There's got to be a way. Check his photos. Knowing that most men tend to forget to delete photos that are automatically stored, you make your moves here instead. However, contrary to what you expected, Soren's photo library is filled with pictures of you. There are so many, in fact, that you can't even remember when most of them were taken. What's more, unlike the photos stored on your ex-boyfriend's phones, especially Lars's, these aren't nude or provocative shots of you in your underwear. At first glance, you spot a few poorly taken photos that you want to delete immediately, but you refrain from doing so. He loves her. It's likely that he will do that for you at the end of the night. Yet among them is one, apparently taken during a video call, where you're wearing that pink-striped gray hoodie you loved, but you lost during your move. Your hair is in a messy home bun. You look careless, yet somehow perfect in a way you could never intentionally capture. The fact that this photo will be deleted at the end of the night is enough to make you feel a bit sentimental for a moment. Just then, the sound of his approaching footsteps become audible, prompting you to immediately put the phone back in its place. He appears at the door shortly after, immediately approaching you with his first aid kits. Continue eating! No, dude! What is it? What? Ask Soren, don't ask Soren? I'm trying to think of what it could be. Don't snoop through his phone? At the very least, you think you should respect the privacy of a boyfriend you're about to break up with. Maybe it's just that you're certain this night will be ruined from the very start if you get caught. Besides, no matter what happened between him and Lars, you can find out through some other method, one that won't leave you humiliated if Soren catches you. In this moment, while staring at your phone, your willpower is being tested like never before. Okay, fortunately, hearing his footsteps allows you to fully suppress the urge that's been pushing you to pry. Okay. Continue eating? Do I have to go further beyond? Yeah, I know. We definitely can get that bar all the way down. We can definitely get that all the way down. Skip. Go to the kitchen. Offer to help him. Yeah, that makes it go down a lot. Ask Soren? Maybe? Oh! Here we go. Unless you're about to burn the meats. Oh! Your voice trails off towards the end of the sentence, fading into silence. Feels like your reason is clashing with your impulses, but before you can tell which side is winning, he turns off the stove with a teasing smile and walks towards you. As the distance between you vanishes, his hands slide to your waist, pulling you toward him. When his lips touch your neck, you forget over everything for a moment, including your plan to break up with him. His warm lips travel up from your neck to your ears, lightly biting your earlobe, sending a hot shiver down your spine as he whispers, "I'll take it off after dinner. That way I won't have to put it back on." Hey, yo! The mention of dinner triggers alarm bells in your head, and just like that, you manage to pull yourself away from him and his effect on you, at least for now. He, as if wasn't trying to seduce you moments ago, continues in a casual tone. "If you want, we can sit down before the meat gets cold." Sure. You pause for a moment before leaving the kitchen, trying to make sense of what just happened. Thinking about having a quickie with your soon-to-be ex-boyfriend in the kitchen is, quite frankly, unbelievable. Your inability to control your impulses is clearly still a serious problem for you. You vividly remember how Lars noticed this issue and used it against you time and again during your relationship. Could Soren be about to do the same? You could never be like Lars, in both good and bad ways. But could you fall for the same trick twice? I think the answer is yes. Lars' charm had been tested and improved by many, unfortunately. You can't really say the same for Soren. But that doesn't mean you don't find him attractive. On the contrary, you feel like he's already succeeded in messing with your head. If you're feeling this way before dinner even starts, you can't imagine what the end of the evening will bring. Still, you know you have to take your chance. Okay. Okay. Skip? Continue eating? What do you mean continue eating? To be contented. I'm missing something. Bro, I'm missing like one option, bros. I'm missing like one option. I think we gotta start from the top. We're so close. Okay. Swing by the dry cleaners. Skip. Text him. Yeah, it makes it go down. Texting him makes it go down. Skip. Okay. I don't think this matters, so let's try asking him. No. Yes? It doesn't really matter anymore? I don't think it matters. I'm gonna go back to that, actually. Wait. Save. I'm gonna save here. New save. I feel like this is the one, but I'm gonna say it doesn't really matter anymore. Kiss him? It's both the same. So let's just kiss him. Ask about the dog's condition. You sense Soren isn't pleased with your request. The way his eyes narrow slightly gives it away. But you really can't spend the whole meal locked in a silent staring contest with the chihuahua. Wow, I can't. She's so mean. Looks ready to leap at your throat. Of course, I can take her. But since I can't close the door on her, you know, she might come back. Suddenly recall what he once told you, that Princess has trauma around being shut in rooms. Oh, right, I forgot. Moments like these, you can't help but think how Princess is luckier than you. At least she has an owner who makes her feel safe and loved. Someone who's always watching over her. Okay, it's a big red flag that this lady wants an owner. Unlike you, she doesn't have a single doubt in her mind. Don't worry, sweetheart. He says, misreading your attention. She'll probably head to bed soon. Okay, I'm gonna go back because that's really mean and I don't want to say that. Okay, let's just be nice. Ha ha ha. Stay here in the living room? No, it can't be that. It has to go to the kitchen. We have to go to the kitchen for sure. Go to the kitchen, offer to help him. Yeah, that's a huge chunk down. But if we don't ask... Don't fart! Don't fart! Sarah, what the hell? I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna ask. Unless you're gonna burn the meats. Continue eating! No way, bro. No way. Don't ask Soren. Snoop through his phone. It does go down. It does go down here. Check his messages? Dude. This? Admit you still miss him. Sure. Hug him. Okay, you can only hug him. Okay, many quiet, pleasant evenings together that you find yourself instinctively wrapping your arms around his waist. Soren pulls you gently into him, resting your head lightly against his chest as he murmurs, "Hope you didn't get too cold. You're not dressed for this weather." Oh, I forgot to check the forecast. Think not for the first time that in moments like this, he sounds more like a concerned parent than a boyfriend. Still, you don't exactly mind it right now. This kind of tender attention is exactly what you need to ease your nerves. Even if, considering the reason for your nerves is that you're planning to break up with him, this gesture feels more than a little unfair. Luckily, before the guilt can really take hold, Soren decides you've warmed up enough and gently lets you go. Okay. Ask about the dog's condition. I feel like all those options work. Maybe this also matters. Maybe we can get more down points if we go. Stay here in the living room. We'll come back to this. Offer to help him is a huge chunk down, yeah. Both of these has ways to lower, but they don't ask Soren. Let's ask him first. How about after dinner? Oh, you can't. Okay, wait. Okay, let's go back. Don't ask him. Snoop through his phone. Yeah, that makes it go down. Save here. Check his messages. Messages from Lars in the car beginning to feel like a warning. But what does Lars know about Soren that you don't? What could Soren have done? Even though you're planning to break up with him, you can't deny that he has always been the most... Okay. Or at least that's how he's always appeared to you. But after seeing the message Lars sent to him, you're no longer so sure. Can't completely see him the same way anymore. Before the night ends, maybe you should send Lars another message to find out what really happened. It's not like this will change anything. You're going to break up with Soren anyway. Okay. New? No, bro. No, man. No. No! No way, bro. No way. Bro? Stay here in the living room. Look at the dog. Look at the dog? Look at the family photos. Look at the dog. That's new now. It went down. A low growl from Princess's bed catches your attention. Maybe someday you'll even miss this little demon. Though her eyes appear closed, her ears stand rigid, tracking your every move. No, you definitely won't miss her. Then something under her bed snags your notice. Too dark to make out, but she's clearly dragged her blanket to cover some suspicious bulge there. Smart enough to hide things. Stupid enough to be obvious about it. Yes? New? Wait, check the dog's bed. Yeah, down. As you rise cautiously to your feet and approach, the Chihuahua lifts her nose high into the air, but remains perfectly still. Encouraged by her lack of movement, you slowly lean toward her bed. Easy, princess. I'm just checking out your bulge. Just checking something, and I swear, even if you stole one of his used boxers, I won't make a fuss. The princess bars her teeth at your absurd muttering. She doesn't lunge. Maintaining your calm, you reach around to the side of the tiny bed and slip your hand beneath it, quickly pulling out whatever soft thing your fingers brush against. To be honest, Princess's secret treasure isn't quite worthy of the mystery. Just a small, tattered, cheap plush toy, far past its prime. She's probably snuck it back without Soren's knowledge after it had been set aside to be thrown out. Yet the moment you see the toy, a strange familiar feeling creeps over you. It's as if something stirs in the back of your mind. A memory. A sense. Dog's sudden bark nearly makes you jump out of your skin and you drop the toy in alarm. Easy, girl, easy. Calm down. But it doesn't take long to realize you're already too late. In an instant, the once motionless dog turns feral and clamps down on your leg with shocking speed. Oh, fuck! With a surge of pain, you shake her off roughly and collapse onto the couch, just as you hear your boyfriend's panicked footsteps approaching. Baby, what happened? Are you okay? She bit me! When you glance toward the... No, Ginger, no! When you glance toward the bed to point at the culprit, she's already vanished. Naturally, with the toy in tow. That little possessive devil. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. He rushes to your side and kneels in front of you, eyes wide with concern. Where did she bite you? Is it bleeding? You rub your leg, and now that the shock is wearing off, you feel a milder ache. I don't think it's too bad, but it hurt. Yeah, definitely punt that dog, though. Teach it a lesson. We need to take a look and disinfect it. As he reaches towards your leg to help you pull down the long stocking beneath your skirt, you feel your cheeks flush with heat. Not just from the physical closeness, but from that same old dread, that sudden vulnerability of exposing your body, even if just for a moment. Even though he's seen you naked countless times, he doesn't erase the shame. Scars that once marked your body as evidence of your pain may have faded over time, but the ones in your mind remain untouched. Your only solace is that Axel, the one who gifted you that trauma, never reappeared after your breakup. He's gone from your life. Damn, man. Unlike you, Soren is focused entirely on the bite mark on your leg. Thankfully, it's not too deep. I'll go grab the first aid kit right away. Watching him rush off stirs something strange in you. He genuinely cares. There's someone in your life who truly cares. And even though that will disappear the moment you share the news of your breakup, the thought brings you a brief sense of warmth. If he truly cared, he'd put his dog down. I'm kidding. That's horrible.
Take your oat back.
Yeah, old Yeller style. When he returns with the first aid kit, the small wound one you would normally ignore gets cleaned and dressed with the utmost care.
You should treat those. A dog bit you.
Yeah, a dog bit you. You gotta disinfect that really quick. Oh, maybe Soren got rid of the bad guy. Yeah, maybe he got rid of Axel. So, a guy sounds like a horrible piece of work. Would I have to fight that dog for biting me? Nah, the dog ran away. I have not changed my mind. Does it still hurt, darling? Not really. I'm feeling better. This is my fault. I should have been more careful. I shouldn't have left you two alone. No, really, Soren. It's fine. Oh, different! Different? Okay, I guess I might have provoked her a little. You couldn't have known. She's never done that before. That? Ooh, no. I guess I might have provoked her. Oh! I did it! I did it! He lifts his head, eyebrows raised, leaning in closer to your face. How? Oh, well, it's kind of silly. I noticed something under her bed. Well, a huge bulge. And got curious. Turned out to be just a toy. Well, apparently a very beloved one. Because the moment she saw it in my hand, she lunged. When he continues staring at you with utmost seriousness, saying nothing, you can't help yourself. Aren't you going to say anything? Now I understand. You sit up straight, curiosity taking over. Understand what? Yeah, it's on the owner to properly train that dog. Hey, she did it wrong. She was touching that dog's bulge. Fuck, that lady's fucked up. That's a crazy white lady. Put her down. Put her out back. It's her turn. His sudden burst of laughter makes you forget the unpleasantness of just moments ago. Put her in the basement. Tie her. Yandere time. Who's been rummaging through my trash, of course. Relieved that the matter seems resolved, you reach down to pull your stocking back up, only for his hands to suddenly close around yours, stopping you. You freeze, taken off guard by the unexpected heat of his palms. Then he leans in, bringing his face close to your leg. Feel his breath, hot, steady, against your bare thigh, and then his lips follow. A tremor runs through you from head to toe. Emotions you can't quite name clash violently inside you, and yet it's just a small kiss. He rises again with a carefree grin, completely unaware of the storm he's just stirred. I'd better check the meat before it burns. I'll be right back. You avert your gaze quickly. Oh, right. Bro's like literally living his dream right now, and you're like, I'm gonna break up with him. You already know with absolute certainty that tonight is going to be difficult. Yeah, difficult to not break up with him. Your final dinner with Soren begins like any other, or difficulty to break up with him. Begins like any other, despite the tension churning inside you. A section, okay. We've seen this, takes a seat across from you. Please try it, I hope you like it. Okay. I want to hit skip, but I'm worried it'll skip something. Wait, okay, every princess is at... Okay. No way. Gaze drifts towards the window. Noticing the rain outside has picked up the gaze. Thought of a car journey in this weather begins to feel more and more unappealing. Besides, you're not exactly eager to leave this warm, peaceful home and return to your own small but chaotic studio apartment. Decide the breakup can wait a little longer. No, dude, I did it. I did the thing. I did the thing. I did the thing, chat. I did the thing. What if she had actually hurt you? You know you have to stop him. You're in the next room anyway, and I hope you don't actually think I can handle her. He doesn't look convinced. He studies you as if weighing your words. Not entirely sure. Give him a playful punch on the shoulder and smile. But then just for a moment his gaze grows serious again. I really need to get Princess into some proper training. I can't put it off any longer. Relieved that the matter seems resolved, you reach down. Okay. Continue eating? Bro. Okay, never mind. Don't check the dog's bulge. The moment you approach the bed, you're almost certain the dog will leap at you and finally fulfill her dream of sinking her teeth into your flesh. Naturally, you decide not to take that risk, not on what's likely your last night with her. Maybe you'll rat her out to him over dinner instead and let him find out what treasure Princess has been guarding so fiercely. That is, if you still care to remember after breaking the news. A few moments later, you hear his footsteps approaching the living room. Everything's ready now. Come to the table, love. Continue eating. I'm missing a CG, bro. I'm missing a CG. What is the other ending, bro? Neutral ending C. Oh, we have to break up with it. I just realized we have to break up with him.
I've never actually done the whole
No, wait. I just realized the neutral ending C is breaking up with him in a different way, isn't it? It's breaking up with him, but like different, isn't it? It's like you gotta break up with him, but different. Is it? Is it? Yeah, it's gotta be, right? It's gotta be something like that. Maybe. Run it from the top? Skip the dry cleaners? Text Lars? No. Don't text him. Do nothing. Don't ask. Stay in the living room. Look at the family photos. That went down a lot. I haven't done this. Your eyes catch on the family photos scattered across many corners of the room. You've often heard Soren talk about his happy childhood, unlike yours. You get up from the couch and approach a console, picking up one of the framed pictures on top. It's an old childhood photo of Soren, and you're not surprised to see him posing with the same quiet, composed demeanor he has now. The young woman hugging him beams at the camera, radiantly beautiful and effortlessly charming despite her simple dress. You recognize her as his mother, who passed away from illness when he was very young. Behind them are his warm-looking grandmother, and in contrast, a large, stern-faced grandfather, more serious than the others in the photo, but somehow still trustworthy. Clearly the one Soren most resembles. After losing his parents early in life, Soren had been raised in this house by his grandparents, and he'd always spoken of them with love. They're no longer alive. The love they gave him still lives on within him. Moments like this make it hard not to envy him for growing up in a warm, loving, and secure home. Even though both your parents are still alive, that hasn't made a difference. You've always felt far removed from their affection. As you continue looking at the frame photo, something catches your attention. There isn't a single photo of Soren's father, who you know died in an accident before he was born. In fact, you can't even remember whether he has ever said anything about him. Well, you wouldn't know him. You're surprised at your sudden interest in the family of a boyfriend you're planning to break up with, yet a deep curiosity stirs within you. Check the photo album. You easily find the family albums Soren had shown you a few times before, sitting next to heavy encyclopedias in one of the wooden cabinets. Your own family never had enough good memories to fill such thick albums, so these held a special place for you. Maybe you'll come across a photo of his father in one of them. Before flipping through the albums, you don't forget to call out to him before the living room entrance. I'm going to take a quick look at your family albums. Is that okay? Of course, sweetheart. Whatever you like. Feel free. Sounds from the kitchen are enough to tell you that he is quite busy. At least until he returns, you can pass the time flipping through thick albums. Despite all the dust you end up inhaling, you find plenty of photos of Soren's mother as a child and young women, and even of his grandparents in their youth. You also spot several dogs, much larger breeds compared to Princess, but no one who might be Soren's father. What about the dogs? Just as you pull the album from the edge of the shelf, a small notebook wedged between it, behind it falls to the floor. Secret? The illustration on the cover, a knight in full armor on horseback, instantly reminds you of Soren's fascination with medieval armor and weapons. Based! And you wonder if this might be an old journal of his. Look inside the notebook. Wait, save. 5. Okay, return. Look inside the notebook. You set aside the photo album and eagerly flip through the notebook's pages, only to be disappointed when you realize most of it is filled with handwritten recipes. Definitely not a vegan's. Every dish features meat. Considering his grandfather was a butcher, you can't exactly blame Soren. The handwriting looks like his. But deeper in, you small newspaper clippings glued to the pages grab your attention. Yes, yes, yes! Most are old. Missing persons reports, accidents, suicides. You're puzzled. He has never been into true crime documentaries or films, unlike you. So why did he collect these as a child? Of course you're into that. Of course. Of course. Why did he collect these as a child? As you skim, one headline stops you cold. Famous actor drives car off cliff. Body still unrecovered. The accompanying photo dominates the page, likely because it made the front page. Someone who once took acting classes and still harbors that passion, the story pulls you in. Yet the longer you stare at the actor's face, the more unease prickles under your skin. Soft growl makes you turn. Get the hell out of here! Princess has left her bed and is now tugging at a photo from the album you left on the floor. Before you can stop yourself, you shout, "Fuck! Drop it right now!" You lunge for the album, but the dog, now defiant, rips the photo clean in half with her teeth. God damn it! Soren's footsteps hurry into the room. Sweetheart, what's wrong? Did Princess do some... Oh. He freezes, staring at the torn photo in your hands. I'm so sorry, I didn't even notice her coming. He takes the fragments, checking the date on the back. And this was the last photo we took together. Before my mother died. Oh god, what have I done? Don't blame yourself. At least all the pieces are here. Maybe we can restore it digitally with AI. Don't disrespect your mother like that, man. His voice is gentle, but his grip on the fragments is white-knuckled. You've torn more than paper. I really didn't see her. I know. Just bad luck. He kisses your cheek in forgiveness, but you don't buy it. No, I'm just joking, by the way. The digital restoration with AI is kind of different. It uses photography. That's been around for a long time, actually. But you don't buy it. As he helps gather the albums and carries the fragments to his room, you know his mood is ruined. You've barely been here half an hour. This is what you get for snooping through people's private things. No, dude. No. No, dude! Okay, all that just to get nothing different. Don't look inside the notebook. Going enough to know better than to snoop through people's private journals. Probably contains Soren's childhood memories, little family secrets, like how his grandmother kept candies locked away to protect his teeth. Nothing you need to know. Dog still comes? You know exactly how much Soren treasures those family photos. Moving quickly, you heft the heavy album in one smooth motion, thwarting the little devil's plans. Thought you'd ruin the album and my relationship with him, didn't you, you sneaky little demon? Not that you don't want the same outcome, just not like this. Princess snarls in frustration, her plot foiled. He calls from the kitchen. Is Princess bothering you, sweetheart? No, everything's fine. We're getting along great. Don't worry. Great, I'm almost done. Disaster narrowly averted. The thought of having to break up with him after his dog destroyed precious family photos. Can't imagine a worse atmosphere for that conversation. No, dude. Princess is a little evil dog, man. Princess is a little evil dog. Okay. What is going on, man? How do we win this? Bro. Go here. Stay here in the living room. Skip. Look at the family photos. Check the photo album. Look inside the notebook. Continue reading. No. Yo, I'm losing it. I'm going freaking insane, bro. Okay, run it back from the top. I don't know what to do. Okay, swing by the dry cleaners. Skip the dry cleaners. Don't text them. Do nothing. Don't ask. Stay here in the living room. Cut the sentimentality and focus on your decision? No, wait, go back. Go to the kitchen. Wait in the living room. You leave Soren in the kitchen and head to the living room, deciding to take a moment for yourself and your decision. Otherwise, guilt might make you back out of the conversation you're planning to have over dinner at any second. Of course, you can't compare your relationship with Soren to your previous ones. Among all your past boyfriends, he was the one who showed you the most care and attention, entered your life. Okay, we've seen this. Just like now. I'm grateful for having met him. Okay. At least you won't hope it. Hear him entering. Everything's ready. Table's set. It's the same ending, bro. Oh. From the top. From the top. From the top. Okay. Skip. Text him. Wait. Have I done this? Truthfully, since you highly doubt you'll find anything decent to wear by tomorrow, you'll probably end up using your breakup as an excuse to skip your friend's birthday party altogether. Okay, skip. Okay, okay. The fucking phone, bro. Ask him. Admit you still miss him. Do nothing. Okay, do nothing. Don't ask. So now let's stay committed. Wait. Okay. Don't look. Just cut the sentimentality? Is it maybe this? Maybe in this route? Tell him now. Wait. Okay, wait, chat, I think, tell him now. So, maybe in this ending of the version, we end up dating Lars? Tell him now. There's nothing to gain from waiting any longer. I believe he deserves to know why you really came here. Oh, I guess it must be, actually, because we can break up with him, even though it's only a little bit. If you delay it much more, you might lose the resolve to go through with it. Okay, wait. Oh, there we go. Yet spending time with him makes you feel better than you have in a long time. Can't help but think about how lonely he might feel if you left him like this. I could never say no to dessert, especially yours. Oh, you take his desserts! You notice the subtle lift in his expression, and knowing your choice made him a little happier fills you with relief. Alright then, I'll be right back. Oh, now he's gonna get the rope. As he disappears into the kitchen, you let out a long breath. A strange lightness in your chest. Part sadness, part calm. A moment later, he returns with your favorite dessert, creme brulee. That is a really good dessert, by the way. Still a shadow behind his eyes, but the warmth in his smile quietly assures you that things are okay. Two of you enjoy the dessert while watching a comedy, never once bringing up the breakup again. In fact, the way he occasionally comments on the jokes only makes you laugh harder. Reminds you of the easy, joyful moments from when your friendship was just beginning. But at the end of the night, you can't refuse when he offers to drive you home himself. Neither of you speak as the car glides along the rain-slicked streets, but the silence isn't awkward. It's filled with peaceful acceptance. When you arrive in front of your crowded apartment building, he turns to you. Chad, I want you to know you can always reach out to me if you need anything. Being friends doesn't change that. His words tighten something in your throat, but you still manage to smile. Same thing goes for you, Soren. Thank you, really. Good night. Good night. Different after a month. Wait, skip. How should I know? Your unexpected reply draws stunned looks from your coworkers. Your boss's face. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, I already have plans for tonight. Okay. So you were a little bit more mean to your boss this time, but it still worked out in the end? In that case, Saturday evening. Well, actually, a friend of mine was in a terrible car accident. Thankfully, nothing serious, but his arm is in a cast, so I need to be there to help him out. Boss visibly stiffens at this answer, but chooses not to push you further. I see. Another time, then. I just wanted to apologize. Apologize. Considering your boss's usual angry demeanor, even that could be considered progress. You're busy, too. Sure, it wasn't intentional. Just, if you'd let me leave a few hours early today, I'd really appreciate it. I'm gonna pick up the friend I mentioned. Of course. I hope your friend gets well soon. When you return to your desk in high spirits after leaving your boss behind in the meeting room, your coworker pounces with excitement. Wait, are we picking up Lars or are we picking up Soren? What did he say? Tell me right now or I'll die of curiosity. I'll never forget that look on his face when the client thanked him. Okay, wait. Sort of. He invited me to dinner as an apology. Wait. Oh, okay, wait. Just then your coworker. Okay. This is the same. Wait, are you saying he was flirting with me? Just felt like a simple thank you to me. Do you have any idea how much trouble we were in with that client? You should be happy we finally made him happy. Coworker shoots you a disbelieving look. You serious, chat? Last week I broke my back trying to convince some client not to cancel, and I didn't get any dinner invitations. Consider that she might be right, but honestly, you don't really care. Maybe he was just in a good mood. Either way, I don't think I'll be going out to dinner with anyone anytime soon. You know, I can't leave Soren alone after that car crash, so for a while. Hearing this, your coworker also turns serious and drops the flirting topic. Right, how's he doing? Physically pretty good. The arm in a cast limits movements, of course. When we walk his dog every day, I have to hold the leash or that little devil will immediately pick a fight with someone. Psychologically, yes. You pause for a moment, sighing involuntarily. To be honest, I have no idea. He seems happy as always, but the more I think about the timing of the accident, the worse I feel. He got into an accident right after she broke up with him. Yes, he definitely got into it on purpose, by the way. Your coworker gently places a hand on your shoulder. But how could that be your fault? You don't actually think he crashed because he was driving you home, do you? That's totally... He crashed the car immediately after dropping you off. It's totally coincidental. It's not. I doubt that. What I did that night was incredibly selfish. I showed up to the dinner he had carefully prepared for me, and out of nowhere I told him I wanted to Does she think he wanted to kill him? No. And I just ate dessert like nothing happened and let him drive me home in that terrible weather. Didn't even stop to think about how he might have felt. What if something worse had happened in that crash? I think I'm becoming like my exes. Irresponsible, heartless. You can't finish the sentence, but confessing what's been on your mind for the past month brings a strange sense of relief. Sad expression spreads over your coworker's face. Chat, you're nothing like them. You're being too hard on yourself.
Why did they give his coworker a name is my question.
A coworker. That's their name. This is their mom and dad named them coworker.
Like, you talk to them so much, why don't they have a name?
Right now, what Soren needs is someone by his side, and you're doing exactly that. Honestly, I bet you didn't think about him this much even when you were still together. He must be surprised too. In the silence that follows, the background clatter of keyboards and phone rings in the office drift to your ears. You realize your attachment to Soren has deepened since the accident, whether it's from guilt or fear of losing him. The fact that it happened right after the breakup terrifies you. But for now, you decide not to dwell on it. You might be right. Anyway, I need to wrap up and head out. Can't waste the time I got off from the boss. Your coworker reels from the second shock of the day. That man definitely has a thing for women who piss him off. You leave your coworker alone with her brilliant observations and return to your work. After a while, you say goodbye to her and step outside with the well-earned pride of being the first to leave the office. Soren's car is waiting for you in the company parking lot. Due to his arm being in a cast, you've been driving for him, and now you're rushing to pick him up from his doctor's appointment without delay. Still, thanks to traffic, you don't manage to arrive before his appointment ends. That new CG unlocked! As soon as Soren sees you in front of the hospital, he smiles. Oh, there we go. He's got his little dog. That's so cute. He's got a little puppy drawn on there. You really didn't need to come. I was gonna take a taxi anyway. No way. I can't allow that as your personal chauffeur. How did the checkup go? It went well, but they said we need to wait a few more weeks before removing the cast. He's never out of the Christmas mood. Leave him alone. He wore it at the beginning of Christmas, and now it's the end of Christmas time, okay? Though his smile remains, you can detect a hint of unease in his eyes. Chat, I understand you're trying to help, but I'll always be grateful for that. Still, if you're getting tired, I can ask another friend for help. You've already done so much for me. Have you really done enough? Logic tells you to say yes, to say goodbye to him and go back to your own home, to stop living in the guest room of your ex-boyfriend's house. But your heart says it's too soon. At least until he is fully recovered. You can wait a little longer, at least until he is fully recovered. With mock seriousness, you frown. Don't be ridiculous, Soren. You'll never find another driver as good as me, and the dog walker, and the chef. Your joke seems to dispel the shadow in his eyes. His voice now sounds lighter, more relaxed. I'm not so sure about the last one. Why don't we eat out today? I've heard there's a nice restaurant nearby. I doubt it's as delicious as my lasagna. You mean your burnt lasagna? Not burnt, extra crispy. Now get in the car before I change my mind and drive us straight home. Oh. You were a bad girlfriend, but now you are a good friend. Neutral ending. C. Oh, okay. All right. You were a bad girlfriend, and now you're a good friend. And he doesn't care because either way, you're still next to him. You're always close to him, I guess. So, I feel like that wouldn't work with a Yandere, though. Like, Because he wants you. He wants you carnally. But yeah, anyway, I guess it works for him. I guess he loves you enough to not care that much. Okay. It took so long for me to get that. I can't believe that worked. Okay. Thank you for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Like I said earlier on, I made fun of the MC a lot in this video, and while I do think it's funny and there's a lot of stereotypes about like this type of girl, I don't think it's right to give her a bad rap, because clearly the developers hinted that she has a really bad backstory, that, you know, she has reason to be like traumatized essentially. She has her reasons. Whether, you know, I like to say that personally, I like to say your past doesn't make your future. You know, just because, you know, you have reasons for these things doesn't mean you can't change for the better, and doesn't mean that you can be like horrible to people, you know. And in a way, she is kind of horrible to Soren sometimes. She's kind of horrible to Soren, not in like a terrible way, but come on. Definitely she has some really fricked up choices, man. But obviously, you know, that's just the way she is with her relationships too. It's just what she's learned over time. And Soren, man, I feel bad for Soren. Bro just wants his life. And, you know, to be fair, like, obviously they don't really go together. They're like oil and water, right? Like, Soren's like the cozy, chill guy who like is perfect, right? He's not perfect, sorry. He's the cozy, chill, introverted guy. He does everything safe. He's nice. He's cozy. Whereas she's like spicy. She wants like action in her life, you know. She'd probably like be okay with a guy cheating on her if he made it up to her, you know. Like this is kind of like what she lives for. That's what I'm getting, at least. So like on one hand you have like him, super loyal, a rock, and you have her who's more like water, and she's ready to flow. Like she's ready to go right past him. Soren is none of those things. What the fuck is he talking about? I mean, that's what we know so far, I should add. And considering that Soren wouldn't, I do think Soren would never show that side of him. That's like the thing, is that I believe the way it's set up is that Soren would never show that other side. Like Soren would never, what's the word? Soren would never show his Yandere side, even though he is like a spicy guy. He would never show it. So that's what I think. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys? He has an interesting take on the Yandere. I mean, he's like the perfect Yandere, because most Yanderes would never want to show the one they love that they're crazy. They would never want to show them that he's crazy, right? That's how I see it, at least. Most of them, as long as they're normal enough, they wouldn't want to show it, you know? He already has everything. He's already dating the girl he loves, you know? He might if he was pressured. Yeah, I do think he would, but that's the thing, is that he's not, you know? Right now, from what we know, he's not pressured. He is everything he wants. There's no reason for him to go crazy, other than him being a cannibal. He's definitely a cannibal. He's definitely eating people. He's definitely eating people. The fact that he just called everything meat and not like lamb or pork or beef, like, he just kept saying meat. Yeah, he's definitely a cannibal. So that's like the only thing that he's not willing to give up for her, I guess. Do y'all recommend this game? Yes, this was a great game. A bit difficult to get that other ending for sure. But really good. The CGs, they're nice, but I don't know. I was kind of disappointed by the CG, if I'm being honest. The other CG, the hoodie one is fine. I think that one's good. But the cast CG is kind of lame. I'm not going to lie, okay? He's still wearing the same exact outfit, and on top of wearing the same outfit, it's just like him smiling. I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I feel like CGs need to be a little bit more, you know? I don't know. That's just my personal opinion, okay? Did he ever like try to kill us? No, he's a chill guy. He is definitely the type of yandere that he is like, as long as you were close to him and not dating anyone else, he is happy. That's like the type he is for sure, I think. Because he's not willing to hurt you, you know? For the thumbnail, you should put clock on the cast over the dog. You want me to do this, the middle limit? You want me to put this one in the thumbnail and then have clock in the cast? A yandere that's a chill guy. He's certainly not a chill guy. He's just nice to you. Which is what most yanderes do when you are chill with them, you know? I don't know how to explain it better. Most yanderes have an obsessive love over you. And that obsession goes so far as to willing to kill others for you. But if there's no need to kill anyone else, then a yandere is just someone who's a little clingy. A little crazy, but, you know, most people are, you know, like that. So anyways, that's just what I thought. Okay. And as for the female part, the girl MC, she has her moments, and if you are a guy or someone wanting to date, these are a lot of red flags. And yes, if you really love this person, you can definitely make it work with them. You can definitely fight for them and stuff like that. My personal opinion is do not move on. My personal opinion is that person is going to give you a lot of hell. So unless you're really like stuck in there like Soren is, you should cut your losses, because it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. And while no relationship is going to be sunshine and rainbows always, this girl's going to be breaking up with you. She's going to be like, why didn't you cheat on me? Where's the spice? Soren, quit your job, Soren. Sell your freaking house. Let's go skydiving. Okay? I'm obviously making fun of the MC again. I'm sorry. I just think it's funny. If you were a guy, when someone breaks up with you, don't run into a car. No one cares. Apparently she did. You know, Soren is down bad, so that's fine. But that's all I have to say about that, okay? Say less. Exactly. For Soren, he's gonna stay with you. But if you're not a crazy obsessed lover, please recognize red flags and understand that, you know, maybe sometimes you're not meant to be with that person. Anyways, with that, I'm clocking out. This has already been a pretty long video, so thank you so much for watching the video, listening. I really appreciate it, guys. If you're new here, please clock that like button and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And if you're new here, I play games every day on the channel, a new game, visual novels, dating sims, indie horror games. It's all on the YouTube. We do almost daily streams on the Twitch. And if you like this video, you'll like the rest of the channel, okay? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.